Miner, this is Teeaboo. In normal suit, I am ready to engage with Macross and Zeta Gundam. Stand by. Hey everybody, I'm Teeaboo, and I'm a dork. I just wanted to try this on. I found it at the local thrift store a couple of days ago, and I was like, I have a white motorcycle helmet. Don't do that. I wonder if I can find an astronaut. Oh, look, an astronaut costume. I think that this was made for maybe a 12-year-old girl. And I say that with some evidence, because this used to belong to Malia. It's like a kid's backpack. And some dad definitely attached a piece of tubing to this, which is supposed to go to a neck thing that goes around your neck. And I'm going to reattach it so that it looks cool by the time Halloween rolls around. But I wanted to throw the dumb thing on and see if it actually could be worn. It's pretty tight. My nuts are showing. I will have to wear some serious underwear, because they're definitely showing. But, success! A solid Halloween costume, I think. And if I know anything from Gundam, now that I've taken my helmet off, I'm immediately going to get airlocked. I'm just going to get spaced. I don't know how I am standing on the planet Earth, but somehow I'm going to lose pressure and die. Let me take this. It's pretty tight. Yeah. I will be able to wear that for all of Halloween without a problem. That'll be great. And then I'll take it back to the thrift store and redonate it, and they'll make a few dollars off of it. It'll be great. Well, we're in a pretty rough spot here for the crew of the Macross. This should have been the most celebratory moment. We return home, victorious, surviving against all odds from a spectacular transference of and an immense chase across the entirety of our solar system just to make it home, to safety, to those people who can protect us, to Dad. And we get turned away at the door. Hayase directly gets turned away at the door. And we reveal all sorts of things in the process. That the upper military has lied about what's going on with the Macross. They're prepared to continue lying to the detriment of the entire population of Earth in order to protect against panic, the classic justification for people in authority avoiding informing their populace. And so, we and all of our civilian population have to stay on the Macross, quarantined away, because we carry a dangerous idea. The idea that's true, that there are vast, enormous, interesting threats arrayed against humanity. Threats that need, not just one, but need, the entire weight and force of our whole civilian population figuring out what's going on here, trying to translate the Zentradi, trying to figure out what's going on, and instead, the military keeps it as hush-hush as they possibly can, and rejects the crew of heroes on the Macross. Rejects them and prevents them from coming back. So, we're going to be heading off again into the great void of space, completely covered in Zentradi motherfuckers, in order to what? Lead them away from the planet that they know exists? Yeah. We're on a suicide mission now. And that's why Hayase's father said, "Darling dearest, I'd love to get you and only you off that boat. I know it's against policy, but I'm willing to bend policy for love for my daughter." And she, like I think any soul-containing human being would, spits in his face and says, "Fuck you, Dad. I don't want to live if my living comes at the cost of the entire ship." And so all her little pieces for Hayase, her long-lost love on Mars, her military upbringing, all comes together. And I think maybe most particularly, the shame that she felt before she chose to go on the recon mission where they got captured. Because that was the turning point for Hayase as a character to me, was Hikaru calling her out for being safe on the bridge while they go out and fight. And Hayase's internal, but I'm a good leader, though, went, no, no, and realized that she needed to step up and needed to work alongside the people she was ordering to death, because she's been ordering them to death. And if you haven't fought on the front lines, you don't know what it's like. And so she goes onto the front lines, and it happens to be the most insane mission ever. And there's our turning point, where Hayase chooses to step into her role and take it on as more than a uniform or more than a position, but actually a way of life and a way of being and a way of treating her superiors and her inferiors. That is a precursor for this. And I think it's fucking awesome. As much as last episode hurts, and it actually hurts, it's like deep betrayal. It really hurts. It's fucking awesome. I think it's really cool that we've got so much complication and so much, like, dark, gritty, real choices made by people in power. And you can understand them, but it doesn't mean you agree with them. That rings pretty darn true, doesn't it? Oh yeah, we're also taking Minmei's cousin, who they're like a thing. It's kind of weird. We'll see how that progresses and if he dies. I kind of hope that he just dies. I'm a bad person. That's okay. I didn't claim to be a good person. Yeah. Okay. I think that's everything that I want to say here at the beginning of Macross. I have to do a drawing. And also want to do a drawing. I'm not, like, forced to do this. And I think this drawing is probably going to be pretty familiar, because there are echoes to it that I think end up really familiar. So we'll just start off and gesture this out, because I think gestury is really the way that she's got those little curls, right? I'm gonna skip global in this because I don't see him here. I know he's here for this moment, but I don't see it. It's not what the scene's about. Cute little booty. Gotta admit, largest muscle of the human body. Can't pretend it's not there. And she's imploring. Please. But once again, we've got these loomers. But instead of being just giant faces there, giant faces on screens, you know? With crew cuts and rankly foreheads. Please. Let my people go, she says. And they say, all right, go the fuck back to space. I think this guy's got glasses on. You know what I'm finding interesting, just as I draw this out, is that these characters, just because of the way that I'm drawing them and the style that I'm, like, choosing, they end up feeling far more alien than the Zentradi who I drew that other time. Might as well be, honestly. Heck, at least the Zentradi were in the same room when they tortured us and withheld us. This guy is super square-jawed, with the honkiest badonker of a nose. That's it. That's the whole thing. That's it. Please. And the answer comes back as a no. Now we gotta go tell the tens of thousands of civilians on the Macross that their celebration needs to be over because they're not going home. Now we gotta go tell the thousands of soldiers aboard the Macross that their job is not done and they're going to be out there fighting and dying for longer. The troops aren't coming home. The war isn't over. And our mission, should you choose to accept it, just kidding, you don't have a choice, is a suicide mission. Welcome to Super Dimension Fortress Macross, everybody. A show that over the course of 15 episodes has gone from a pretty goofy romance to like a pretty interesting set of space exploration fighting experiences to some pretty dramatic and excellently put together internal personal development episodes to a broad sweeping story of institutional irony? Like, I don't even know where we're at, guys. This is cool. This show cool. More people should be watching it. Whatever. We get to watch it, and that's great. So let's watch it. Okay, we're all ready to go. I've got it up. It's Macross episode 16. Here we are. Let's find out what happens. Beep beep timer. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. It's no Ito N. Okay, let's get ourselves a title. Oh, the best date. You don't get talked to and find her cousin boyfriend. Yeah, right on. Whoa, no, their lack of evidence did not lead to them being met with disbelief, really. They decided that they kung fu dandy? We have an American who does kung fu? We don't have a choice. Concho! Yeah, that's the hard part, man. You get it, I've got a tough job, right? Ooh. Sorry, Bridge Bunnies. He did what he could. Okay, let's go hang out. Da, 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 da. Kaifun? Oh, Kaifun. It looks dorky. Oh. Cause, right, the Switcherino. You know, I really don't want to do a serious. Oh, we're just gonna stand here. Alright. He covered his fucking face. What an ass. Whoa, wait, what? Oh, he got thrown the fuck out for something. But he's crying. Yeah. Alright, you're a tsundere. Yes. Yes. I don't know. How does it bend? Oh, please do not shatter that glass. Oh god, you're just gonna... Those are displays, aren't they? Oh, even though we broke her window? Oh. No, they're right next to each other. Yes. Can we have the Bridge Buddies date the Warera Rorikondo? Fall in love, fall in love. Now kiss, now kiss. We're celebrating coming home. Oh, what a big table. You got yoinked. Please, no, the Bridge Bunnies must not fall in love with him. No! Wait, what? Wait, she has vibes of her old friend? What? No, Hayase. No! In no way! Oh, I hate this. I hate this. No! He must be such a good boy. What is going on? Hayase, he looks nothing like him. It's like all you do, Mayor, is go around and say things that are slightly wrong. Oh. Yes, I'm a pacifist. Uh. Uh. Hey, listen, man, we all been on this boat and we've been attacked a bunch and we don't have a choice. Well, it's really awkward. He's ideologically opposed to our work. It's kind of a problem. Pailoto. Oh, gosh. Everybody, look away! Look away! Be distracted. What? Is this how Global is gonna tell everybody? So we're gonna slow roll it instead of breaking the news directly? Coronavirus. You interrupted a song? And all the Bridge Bunnies know. Dude, they actually know more. That's not good. But Hayase does. Bingo. It just keeps happening. Woohoo! No. Did you just lay hands on... Excuse me. Let the brawl begin. Yeah, that's not good, man. That's not good. So who's the Kung Fu dandy? Is it Lin? Wow, that was rough. It is Lin. He just punched him across the room. This is why he doesn't like fighting, is... all fighting ever accomplishes is destruction. Cut the music out. This is kind of fun. Get back to back, you idiots. Oh, it's fun. It's fun. All right, it's fun. It's taking its cues from classical kung fu cinema, so the title makes sense. God, we just beat up a bunch of civilians. Folks. Folks. Should have just de-escalated and left. Ah. He hates this. Oh, he must be really good. Fight him. Fight him. You're the only one who could. Okay. Oh, no, do not wipe his... No. Bleh. 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 No. Gross. 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 Hayase, stop it. You just get actually rejected? Oh my god, that's even worse. Hmm? I don't know, I think she loves her cousin. Back to Funland. Ladies? Whoa, what? That's almost hot. Yeah. We're not idiots. We're gonna see that. That might inform the entire population. No, it won't. They'll hold it down. I... Wow. Perspective. What a dorky mission from Kamujin. What are you trying to do, dude? What are you trying to do? Kravshara. What are you actually trying to do here? Guys, we're in like code red right now. Okay. Yeah, it's not gonna work. What? What is your plan, man? Also, doesn't this foolproof to the high commands? Everything? Oh, jeez. This is new degree of battle that we're getting here. Why, Kravshera? Why? Just demolished us. He just wants the Damn. Alright, that is the smartest thing he's ever done. Get your head straight out your ass, man. Focus on the death and dying part, please. Oh, God. I think I've played this video game. Just keep shooting. No, it rocked her, too. I really like the click, click, click. That was very cool. Yeah, it's getting to her for real. So, Kaifun hitting her in the ideological nuts is a part of... Ooh. Ooh. That's pretty snazzy. That's pretty snazzy. Oh, it's a lot of explodies. Oh, that's where he is directly. Is that... Are they going to attack us? Or are they going to help? They're going to help! The ladies! The ladies! Life by Snoo Snoo! All praise! Oh, god damn it. Never mind. They enjoyed the murder, too. Nah. Oh, oh, that's the coolest thing! So even with all his bullshit, he'll still follow an order. Did we bring a nuke? Did we bring a large bomb? Oh, wow. Okay. Some cool camera work. And off we go. We're gonna punch it out of the sky. Oh, the little jet popping is cool. Alright. How did that... Did you see that? Kick ass. There's some weird scenes and shots in this one that don't feel quite as, like, perfectly composed, but it's really producing that chaos. Oh, so many batteries of guns. Okay, that's awesome. This is our another suicide mission, huh? Is that long enough? Yeah, it'll be long enough. Oh my god, push the button! You gotta push the button! I don't think that had the Daedalus stuff on it. Whoa! Friendly fire! Oh, guys! Guys! Yo, this is nuts! Ah. Yeah. No, super reasonable. You are rocked, girl. And it is unclear to everyone why, including you. Damn. So that really just knife to the heart at her, huh? Everything about her military upbringing is in question. Yeah. Damn. True, right? Oh, transition that to the sun? That's a cool... Okay, that's a cool match cut. It's a little contrivey, but I like it. Hey, bud. Yeah, you got pretty fucked up there, huh? Will Minmay be there? When he wakes up. Operation. We're gonna cliffhang there with our boy in the hospital. Okay, well he's gonna survive, but holy crap, things went bad this episode. That wasn't good. That was like really bad. In part, it's that the morale of our characters has just been cut off at the knees. The decisions made by High Command have echoing effects that are far more like wide-reaching than they would be otherwise. The same is true on the other side. Like, Kamujin's acting out is a part of that as well. It's like, it's a result of the hierarchicalism. Oh, this one was tough. I don't like Lin Kaifun. I don't like him at all, and I feel actually like his ideological grounding is really thin. You know what I mean? It's pretty easy to say something simple like, war only causes destruction. I'm against battle. But even if you only use defensive techniques to defend yourself, there's something of an admission that there are, like, you're not exactly in control of whether dangerous things happen around you. Like, whether you're ideologically opposed to fighting or not, if somebody's swinging on you and you're not swinging back, or you don't have the luxury of years of kung fu training that allows you to casually handle them without them getting too injured and without you getting too injured, you have to fight. Like, the idea that it's a bad thing doesn't hold up against the alternative being death. And that's the whole... It's exactly what the Macross has been doing this whole time. We've been in a fully defensive position. Permanently. Permanently. We didn't go out to Pluto in order to attack the Zentradi. We've just been running and trying to survive. Doing Aikido. Redirecting their energy the whole time. So it's kind of frustrating to have a character that doesn't know nothing about nothing come in and say, well, yeah, I'm just ideologically opposed as a whole to the whole premise. The whole idea. Yeah, okay, me too. Sure, Lin. Right. But then what if you're being attacked? It falls apart right away. Like immediately. Like immediately. You fight back. And then you have the gall to refuse a casually offered handkerchief because it comes from someone who you're ideologically opposed to. Ew. Ew. The latter half of this episode was pretty cool in its construction. There are a bunch of chaotic scenes that click together in sort of experimental ways. We get this sort of cut as they throttle up their jets that I thought was pretty cool. And then there are these moments as Hikaru gets hit by friendly fire missiles, which are literally friendly fire missiles, right? Like, no joke. Literal friendly fire missiles. And these are absolutely novel. This has not been in the show at all, ever. And it's totally unique. For a few reasons. The honing in layer, like zinc to the eyes, is not terribly uncommon, but it's usually just fade eyes, right? Or fade eyes, single color. All red, all blue, all green, right? Something like that. But here it's all hard sketched, and it creates this powerful momentum that's sort of non-directional. Like he's moving in a direction, but I can't tell which. It's just movement. And then chaos and inability to see and obfuscation. This is scary as shit. And I think it's really, really cool. The sensibility here reminds me strongly of Trigger work. Kill la Kill in particular. Lots of stuff like this. Really cool. Really striking to me. I think great. So with everybody operating at less than their full capacity in some way, is how I see this episode. All of our soldiers are not operating at full capacity. They're confused about this or that. They're mistaken about this or that. And it leads to a bunch of mistakes and a bunch of clusterfucks. We're fighting with our own civilian population. We're cut off at the knees ideologically, at least Hayase is, by Kaifun's insistence that war is wrong. Hikaru is caught off guard by the fact that Minmay seems really into Kaifun. Like, really into him. And he just doesn't get it. And then there's all conflict brewing on the home front. All the civilians are unhappy because they're being forced to stay on the Macross. And amidst all of that, Kamujin Kravshera makes honestly a pretty smart move to attack the Macross and hopefully force them out away from Earth so that he can attack them and take all the glory and victory and stuff, right? It feels to me like every character's position in the episode makes pretty good sense. Even Lin Kaifun, right? If I take as rote that he is a pacifist martial artist, which is an archetypal character type. You know, you've got the inside sworded samurai in Kenshin, all the way back there, or the wooden sworded samurai in many places. The pacifist militarist, right? The one who has been trained and yet does not use their, or perhaps because of their training, does not use it for fighting. Perhaps Kaifun has killed a person, right? That's the kind of thing that would do it. You know, we have our scenes in the first episodes where your boy Ichijo fires on a giant and realizes that he's killed a person. Maybe Kaifun had a similar circumstance in a different situation and came out of it like this, deciding that he'll never do that again and only use defensive techniques or something like that. But man, it's fucking annoying. It's really fucking annoying when you're just out here trying to do the bare minimum that you can to survive, and somebody comes over and is like, you're doing it wrong. And it's not only that you're doing it wrong, it's wrong that you're doing it. How dare you try to survive? And that's, of course, how the people on the Macross feel when Kaifun says something like, war bad. Like, yeah, okay, but if we're getting warred on, do we just not? We just let them? We just die? No, obviously not. And Kaifun knows that and does that, right? People start attacking him in the midst of the fight. He fights back. What is it exactly that gets him involved? Oh, it's actually nothing. It's actually stupid as shit, isn't it? So a character gets thrown past him. He does not need to act. He sees it coming and consciously reacts. This is not like instant training thing, right? Sees it coming and reacts. He's got more power than he expected, and this guy goes flying off into a table where his friends gather him up, and then they all decide to assault him, and at that point, they're attacking him. But really, Lin Kaifun puts himself in this situation. He engages in the fight himself. Fuck off, man. Fuck off. Your bullshit is thin. Your bullshit is thin, Kaifun. I don't like him. I don't like him. Nope, I do not like him one bit. Oh my god, Kaifun, I love you so much. Oh, wow, you're so great. The assault sequence is insane. There's a lot going on. It's just one assault ship, and it's enough to really stress us. Like, really stress our defensive capabilities. This line from Ichijo is a nail in the coffin for Hayase. She's already rocked. And then he again hits her with a little bit of snark around just how much impossibility we're forced to reckon with as pilots and soldiers. And she's really fucking rocked by it. Completely. To the point that it almost kills them all. Because she almost doesn't Daedalus attack properly. In fact, it still doesn't Daedalus attack properly. We pass through and end up firing on Ichijo, almost killing him. Yeah. I imagine he's going to be really pissed at Hayase. This will also be, I think, his first really serious injury. So that's going to be really interesting to see how we come out of that and how long it takes us. Because we could time skip a few days at least. Oh, interesting. The one thing that's obvious is that the soldiers on Earth want the Macross gone. They think it's just an albatross that's just going to bring more torment and death to their planet. And they're right. At least if Kamujin Kravshera is allowed there, right? I imagine, honestly, if they just stayed and Kravshera gets disciplined back on the pickle ships, probably they don't come and attack Earth for a while. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter now. Now they're a threat. Now they're bringing the enemy to our door. So they gotta go, man. They gotta go. They gotta be out of here. This is balls. This is balls. Can we at least replace the fold system? So that we can move fast and maybe have a chance? No? No. I don't think so. This is the worst. It sucks so much to be at home And just in the same circumstance that we were in, home is not home. Earth isn't home anymore. The ship is. Absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. And Kaifun's going to be along for the ride. Goodness gracious, folks, this was Macross episode 16, and it sure was an episode that we watched. There are some fuzzy bits, some fiddly bits of animation that aren't amazing, and some bits of animation that are amazing. There are story beats that are really good, and hurt a lot, and that's still really good. The show continues to be a wowzer, and I continue to really enjoy it, even when I'm very frustrated by it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week for the next episode. Peace.